foundation tier, November 2008. Let's make it a bit bigger for you. Here we go. So we've got the first question here, 3,762 rounds to the nearest hundreds. So the hundreds digit, so you've got the units, the tens, the hundreds digit is the 7, and the tens digit, the next one along is a 6, which means it rounds up to 8. So the answer is 3,800. Question number 2, 10 bars a packet of sweets for £2.95 and a can of Coke for 45 pence the total cost. So you need to add these two together. So if you had 5 pence, you get up to £3, and another 40 is £3.40. You can also use coin addition to check if you need to. Question number 3, what kind of angle is marked X? Well, if we do a right angle and a straight line, we can see that this angle is greater than a right angle, but less than 180, which means it's an obtuse angle. Move this up a little bit. And question number 4 says, here's a shaded shape on a good centimetre squares. What's the area? So quite simply count the centimetre squares. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 centimetres squared. Okay, next page. Question number 5. The first 4 terms in a sequence. We need to work out the next number in the sequence. Which one is it? So the rule for this sequence, you should be able to see quite clearly, it's adding 4 every time. So 15 and 4 is 19. The first odd number is 1. What's the 7th odd number? Well, it's quite easy just to list them all out. So 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11, 13, 15, and so on. So the 7th odd number, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 is 13. Question number 7, what's the value of the 6 in the number 2,564? Well, say to yourself, 2,564, so the 6 there is the tens, so it's 60. It's also in the tens column, isn't it? And 4 is the units, the 6 is the tens. And moving down here, question number 8, what's the value of the number shown by the arrow? So if you read the scale, we've got 0, 1, 2, 2.5 is halfway across. So 2.6, 7, and 8 is pointing to 2.8. So it's E. And question 9, which list of numbers is in order of size? We'll go through them. So 1 to 2 gets bigger, okay, then it gets smaller. So 5 down to minus 4 gets smaller, but then minus 4 to minus 3 goes up, it gets bigger. Minus 3 to minus 4 goes down, but then minus 4 to 1 goes up. Okay, then D minus 4 goes up to minus 3, minus 3 increases to 1, 1 goes up to 2, and 2 goes to 5, so we can see there, an order of size is D. It starts at minus 4 and increases every time. Next page. Question number 10, so we've got a shape on a grid of centimetre squares. This time, we need to work out the perimeter of the shaded shape. So that's the distance around the outside. So if we count the centimetre square around the outside, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 centimetres. So the perimeter is 18 centimetres. Remember, perimeter is the distance around the outside of the shape. Question 11, sweets cost 5 pence each. Shamanti buys X sweets. So what's the expression for the total cost? So it's 5 times X. Now when we use algebra, we don't write the multiplication sign, we just write 5X, so 5 lots of X. So there's the answer there, it's going to be E. Question 12, what are the coordinates of point P? So all we start in the middle with coordinates, and we go into the left 2, and we're going down 1. So it's minus 2, minus 1. So the answer there is D. So don't forget coordinates, we go across first, then up or down, along the corridor, and up or down the stairs. In this case, 2 to the left is minus 2, and 1 down is minus 1. Next page. Question number 13. 159 is divided by 13. What is the remainder? The best way to do this is short division. So do your little brush shelter. So we've got 159 and we divide it by 13. So how many 30s go into 1? 0 is too big. Carry the 1 to make 15. How many 13s go into 15? There's 1 remainder, 2. And how many 13s going to 29? Well, 2 13s are 26, so it's 2. And we've got the remainder 3 at the end. So the remainder is 3. So the answer there is C. Question 14. Which two numbers in the list are prime numbers? The prime number is only divisible by itself and 1. 1 is not a prime number, but 2 is. 2 is the only even prime number. And 5 is also a prime number. All of these other numbers, you can divide them by something else. So 15 is divisible by 5, 9 is divisible by 3, 6 is divisible by 2, 4 is divisible by 2, and so on. So the answer there is 2 and 5, which is E. Moving on to 15, we've got an isosceles triangle. So straight away, we know the two base angles of an isosceles triangle are the same. So we've got 70 and 70, we've got to work out the angle marked X. So 70 plus 70 is 140, and there's 180 degrees in a triangle. So 180 take away 140 means 40 degrees is this last angle X. So the answer is D, 40 degrees. Moving on to question 16, what's the area of the shaded shape? So it looks to me like the two rectangles. The area of the rectangle is you times the length by the width. So 4 times 6 is 24, and then 3 times 2 is 6. So the total area added together is 30 centimetres squared. Next page. Okay, so question number 17. Pens cost X pence, pencils cost Y pence, and Rachel buys 2 pens and 5 pencils. What's the expression? So 2 lots of X, 2 pens, and 2 lots of Y. So 2 lots of X plus 2 lots of Y, 2X plus 2Y. Sorry, 2x plus 5y, not 2y. So 2 lots of x plus 5 lots of y. So 2x plus 5y is our solution. Question 18, 325 times 23. Which one of these is the correct answer? Okay, well you could work it out just using the column method or the grid method, and you get the exact answer. And the answer there is 7,475. But what you could do to help yourself, you could round it down to 300 times 20. Which is 3 times 2 is 6 over 3 zeros. Okay? So we know it can't be 1, that's too small, 6, 7, 5. That one's too small as well. We know 5 times 3 is 15, so it has to end in a 5. So that rules that one out. So you've only got 2 options left. And then if you do your column method or your grid method, you should be able to work out it's 7,475. Question number 19. So J measured a length of a line, length of a line is 54 millimetres. What's this in centimetres? So there are 10 millimetres in 1 centimetre, 10 millimetres in a centimetre, so 54 millimetres divided by 10 is 5.4 centimetres. Question 20, the nth term of a sequence is given by 3n minus 2. What's the 10th term of the sequence? So all we have to do is change n for 10, so put 10 in. So it's going to be 3 times 10 away 2. So 3 times 10 is 30, take away 2 is 28. Question 21. What's 1/8 written as a decimal? The answer there is 0.125. You just need to learn that. Certain fractions you should learn the decimal equivalent, and 1/8 is 0.125. You know 0.1 is a tenth, it can't be a tenth. 1.8 is bigger than 1, so it can't be that. Okay, and 0.12 is 12 over 100, that simplifies to 6 over 50 or 3 over 25, so it can't be that one. And then 18, 0.18 is 18 over 100, and that simplifies to 9 over 50, so it can't be that one. So you can rule the other ones out, but if you learn your decimals, just learn that 1/8 is equivalent to 0.125. Question 22, here are the first 5 terms of a sequence. We need the expression for the nth term of the sequence. So what's the rule first of all? We can see here, okay, it's increasing by 7 every time. So that means our rule is going to start at 7n. We've got to work out what goes on the end. So straight away we can cross out those two. If you wanted, you can put your position terms above it. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So for example, if you take the first term here, take the first one. So 7 times 1 is 7, but we want to get 2, so we have to take away 5. Check it with 2. Okay, 7 times 2 is 14. We want to get 9, so we have to take away 5 again. So the nth term is 7n, take away 5. That works for them all. Don't forget the nth term is the position to term rule. So what do you do to the position to get to the term? Next page. So this time we've got a 3D grid. Okay, we saw the point Q as coordinates 3, 1, 2. So you start in the middle here is at 0, you go to the right 3, we go up 1, and then we come out 2. So this is the way the 3D coordinates works. Alright, so the coordinates P, you just go to the right 3 and you go up 1. You don't come out anyway, so it's 3, 1, 0. So 3D coordinates, go to the right, then go up, then come out. Question 24. We've got two coordinates here. We need to find the midpoint of the line. So if we add the two x coordinates together, we get 10. Add the two y coordinates together, 5 and 1, we get 6. And if we half those, divide by 2, you get 5 and 3. And that's how you work out the midpoint between two coordinates. So our answer there is 5, 3. And the last question, what's the lowest common multiple of 20 and 35? So what's the smallest number that's in both times tables? So if you write out 20 times table, so 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 120, 140, and then write out the 35 times table, the first few, 35, 70, 105, 140, you can see there 140 is the first number that is in both times tables, so the answer is 140. And that is the end of the paper.